Hey my friends, welcome to Faith-Led Healing. I am your host, Tammy Trayer, and today is episode number 18. And we're going to talk about toxicity. We're going to start breaking this down. And, you hear me talking a lot about detoxing. And detoxing is removing the harmful things from our body. And that is toxicity. And toxicity is very rampant in our society, in our surroundings, in our lifestyles. And I want to really discuss why toxins affect us and where they're coming from. And then we'll break it down even further and continue this in a series discussing all the different levels of toxicity and go a whole lot deeper. But I want you to think about things in this regard. When we were created, and let's just go back to Eden, our bodies are so amazingly designed, and they were designed to remove toxicity from the body. What the body was creating, and at the time when we were created, there wasn't toxins and toxicity like there is today. So our liver was able to process all of the things within it and easily keep us healthy. Then you add in heavy metals, parasites, mold, then you add in all the toxicity of today, and our body is not able to keep up. It's still detoxifying, but it's not able to keep up with the toxic load that it's under. And our bodies are designed in such a unique way that when our body cannot determine whether something is a threat or not, or that it can't remove it, it shoves it in our fat. So that complicates things. That creates a lot of obese people in our world, which we are seeing as a result of all the toxicity. And it also causes a problem that we stay stuck in that place, because even when you do lose weight, those toxins are coming back out of your fat and reabsorbing back into your system, likely because our pathways aren't open, our bodies aren't flowing, our lymphatic isn't getting rid of the trash. So it becomes this vicious cycle. And we end up over-toxified, and we also end up sick. Much of our dis-eases today are a result of toxic load. So what are toxins? And where are they coming from? Well, we've got a lot of toxins in the air. We've got vehicles that are exhausting, manufacturing companies exhausting. We've got chemtrails in the air. We've got a lot of stuff dumping in us and on us from within the air we breathe. Our water is the same. The things that are in the air and that are dumping into our air is also ending up in our water. However, our water also has runoff from our soil, from all the pesticides and all the different things that are being sprayed and dumped on our ground and on our soil. Our waters, our oceans are being polluted by oil and all kinds of other pollutants. And our water is also being polluted and not being cleaned well enough in a lot of the water processing that's going on today, where we are taking sewage and processing it to drinking water. There are things being flushed down the toilet, such as antibiotics and varying medications that are not being removed during that processing. So we are ingesting those in our water. We've got Clorox and varying other chemicals being used in the processing of our water that is not being removed from our water. We've got fluoride being added to our water, which is extremely toxic. And we are drinking that. We also have bottled water, which has nanoparticles of plastic in it that we are ingesting, and it's going into our bloodstream. So those are just two examples, and you can see how heavily that is and can be affecting us. Then you add in it our food. Our food is being grown in soil that has been excessively sprayed, some of which were banned decades ago, yet is still in our soil. We are also spraying our crops to protect them from bugs and varying other things. However, the sprays and the pesticides are extremely toxic, causing all kinds of imbalances in the body, hormone imbalances, disrupting our brains, causing brain fog. The list is long. So like I said, this is just going to be a brief overview from like 30,000 feet, and then we are going to start really breaking this down. You've also got genetically modified foods that we are eating. And trust me, they are toxic. I am the canary that they send in the coal mine. Since my illness, I am extremely sensitive of anything that is not natural and that should not be in our bodies and that our bodies don't recognize. I will be the first to display that is a problem. In all of the things that I'm sharing with you, my body will flare. The toxic load and the toxins affect me greatly. Okay, so that's our food. And we also have processed foods that are using genetically modified foods and that are using corn syrup and poor oils and so many things. We're going to break all that down. So our food is another area. And I'm not sharing all this with you for you to start freaking out or being over the top worried. I'm sharing this with you to educate you. And as we break this down, I'm going to share with you what you can do. And trust me, you can. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's so expensive to make these adjustments to organic and non-GMO foods and to make all these changes in our lives to accommodate the toxicity or to lessen the toxicity. However, we've done it on a shoestring budget, and I know that you can too. So we've talked about those things. Then we have electropollution, your EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. And as I said, I'm the canary in the coal mine. I feel the vibration and what our phones and our iPads, our iJiggers, as my husband would say, are putting off. And I have to limit my time in front of the devices, including my laptop. I'm very thankful to live off grid because my doctor told me 8 years ago I couldn't be living in a better environment for healing and clean environment. When I go to the cities and even to our smallest of towns, which is like 3,500 people, I feel it. I come home even from an hour of being in there and I could just sleep the rest of the day. I am an active, outgoing, very go-getter kind of person, and I usually have a lot of energy. When I go to town, I get zapped. And when I'm in front of the devices for too much of my day, I get heavily zapped. As a matter of fact, I shared it on my Mountain Woman Radio podcast. The last 3 weeks have been extremely rough for me. I had 4 or 5 days where I couldn't touch a machine. I was so sick. It makes me sick. And it felt like somebody was playing ping pong between my ears. There's a lot of ways the machinery and the EMFs affect us. The thing is, most people are not associating their brain fog and their aches and pains and their struggles with such things. So it is my duty to educate, and that's what we're going to do in this series. The other thing we need to consider is all of our cleaning products. and what is in our cleaning products, because those products are on our hands. We are smelling them. We are toxifying ourselves with our laundry soap and our fabric softeners. And you've also got to consider your soaps and your shampoos, your toothpaste, what you're putting on your skin. And all of this, I will be happy to share what has worked for me, what I am using, and other healthy options that you can look into to switch up from what you're currently using to something different. I have a lot of videos on our other channel at Faith-Led Living and Trayer Wilderness on YouTube, where I was sharing my recipes for my laundry soaps, and I use the wool dryer balls for when I'm drying my clothing. We don't have a dryer here, but when I'm out and I'm using a dryer elsewhere, that's what I'm using. I don't use dryer sheets. I use organic materials, often soap nuts is what I use, and I will share links for all of this information moving forward in each of the series that I'm going to do. So stay tuned for that. And my resource pages are being updated on both of our websites so that those materials are available to everybody all the time. This is a journey to clean up our acts, but it's lifestyle. It's lifestyle changes, simple lifestyle changes that can impact you so heavily and give you so much more longevity throughout your life. It will also allow you to live your life in a very healthy way. You know, my motto is to help teach you how to take your life and your health into your own hands. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you all the information you need, and then it's in your court to progress forward and assist yourself and help yourself and your family to be the healthiest you can be. Now, not only are we going to, in this series, take care of learning how to and what to do in all circumstances, and what to replace, and what you can look for, and things you can do in your home and you know, in your family. But I'm also going to teach you how to detoxify your bodies where they're at right now. Everybody that's breathing has toxins. We have toxins, we have heavy metals, we likely have parasites. And all of these things cause havoc on our entire system from head to toe. And we can easily remove these toxins and keep a handle on that. And once we remove the toxicity and then we are in a clean environment, we have such greater opportunity to stay and remain healthy. And honestly, you will find that your bodies run so optimally. It is just absolutely amazing. And I am a testament to that. 8 years ago, January 26th was my anniversary of my life-saving surgery. So I celebrate every day, and I celebrate the growth I've had from being flat on my back to being in this place of wellness and renewal and just strength and feeling vibrant and amazing. And I want to see all of you being able to experience that and not being stuck in the places so many of our population is today. And you know, it's time to start getting in tune with your body and realizing what is causing your symptoms. My goal as an integrative health practitioner is to help you get to the root cause of your symptoms and to help you to regain your health and rebalance and renew. So this is the start of our lessons on toxicity. So I look forward to seeing you next week. You can find the show notes for this episode by going to faithledhealing.com/podcast-18. So let's keep diving in. And if this is something you feel your friends and your family can utilize, please share these episodes with them, because this is vital information for us to learn how to stay healthy in a world that's not. And we can easily do it. We just need to be educated. And then in order for our knowledge to be useful and powerful, we need to put it into action. So let's keep going. I'll see you next week. You guys take care. God bless.